Eh, voy a empezar una partida del Kingdom Come Deliverance de cero, porque he jugado ya un rato a otra, o sea, con otra ranura. Le da empezando una partida, he sobrescrito el archivo anterior y me pone esto, o sea, es peor que Dark Souls. Al menos Dark Souls te da la oportunidad de jugar. ¿Qué cojones? Hola, ¿qué cojones? Pero vamos a ver, vamos a ver. Ah, bien, he sobrevivido. Está llena de sorpresas y valer. 2 ventajas negativas, o sea, desventajas, que permanecerán contigo durante todo el juego. Vamos a ver, vamos a ver. Es que me he puesto en el modo extremo, ¿vale? Zopenco. Tuberculo, bueno, bueno, esto va a estar muy jodido, ¿eh? Joder, cuando me caigo. Vamos a seleccionar esta porque en todo lo que está jugando de juego no me cayó muchas veces. La mayoría porque no he tenido cuidado. O sea que siempre he tenido el sueño ligero. A veces tanto que te levantas por la noche y te echas a caminar. La ambulancia. Espérate, voy a cerrar la ventana. Vale, ya. A ver que se me ha movido el cubo. Vamos a ver. Te un lugar distinto a donde te acostaste. Esto me da miedo. Lo voy a quitar. Tienes apetito, te comes todo lo que da. Como si tuviera un inquilino. Hambre, ¿tienes hambre? Antes sí. Con más. Uf. Esto, a ver, esto en verdad. Esto puede ser un putadón, pero. Ahora muy bien inconsciente, te caíste en un pozo. Cuidado, pájaro. Te sacas entonces te dejas hablar de vez en cuando. Hostia puta, tío, que no, 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 no. Tiempo de curaste sin más de entonces no más de. Uf, hostias, esto es. Bueno, esto es más o menos llevadero. Esto es más o menos llevadero. Te caíste de brazo. De brazo de tu madre y te golpeaste la cabeza. Te besó hasta que te calmaste y el chichón pronto te pasó. Acá lo que. Acumulación de cago en la puta. No, hombre, no quiero un personaje tonto. Al igual que tu padre y su padre antes de él, sufre la dolencia de la familia. Con solo un rasguño empiezas a sangrar como un cerdo empalado. Hostia. Cuando los niños se llegan a la cabeza atacan entonces tienen para abajo los espacios cerrados. Si usa un yelmo con. Hostia, sufre esta ansiedad que tú. Bueno, qué mierda. Pero de tu más tiene fase sobre una pesadilla recurrente en la que te persigue un bufón de muchos colores. Hostia puta, qué guay. Gozando se repite noche tras noche, te sigue asustando y como cuando eras niño te despiertas, estás agitado y tus atributos se reducen durante un tiempo. Esto es lo más, esto creo que es lo más llevadero. De todo, creo que es lo más llevadero. Exacto. Bueno, y nada, y estoy empezando de nuevo otra vez el Kingdom Come Deliverance. Que por cierto, está jugando un tiempo y... Oh yeah, mola mucho, mola mucho. O sea, en algunos aspectos técnicos es regulero, pero la historia, lo que he jugado, me ha gustado bastante. Y bueno, me callo ya. O sea, la mecánica de juego y tal es una pasada. Me callo y vamos a... Bueno, sí, que el rey ha muerto, ha dejado el reino en manos de su hijo inepto, que, bueno, le gusta beber, las mujeres y divertirse. Su medio hermano fue llamado por la nobleza de este reino diciendo que, joder, que es que necesitamos aquí a un hombre, a un rey, ¿sabes? Regio. Pero claro. O sea, el otro dijo, que les invadan. y bueno, Scalis plateado, 1403. Y nada, pues eso, ese es el contexto histórico, ¿vale? Es un juego basado en el mundo real, ¿vale? Es un juego un poco histórico, podría decirse, pero, o sea, obviamente con algunos matices que sería imposible. Y esta cinemática no me suena de nada. No la vi yo, creo, cuando empecé el juego. LOL. Bueno, ahora sí va muy bien, ahora va a 120 FPS, pero después el juego me va a regulero. Quizás porque es un juego de hace relativamente poco. Esto sí me suena más. Esto sí me suena más. Está ardiendo el portátil, loco. Tengo que pillarme un PC Master Race de esos de sobremesa. Pero me falta todo.
Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then.
¿Toma?
Quick clout round the ear should do it.
La da bien, sí señor. Los cablecitos. Henry.
Henry! Get up now. There's work to be done.
Get up or I'll come get you up, you slug of bed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue.
Vale, un chaval de pueblo, hijo de herrero. Por lo que se nos presenta, ¿vale? Familia humilde donde las hubiera en aquella época. La visita inesperada.
A fine state you're in this morning. What on earth did you get up to last night?
Estaba perdido en la taberna. Estuve bailando. Estuve con Bianca. Estuve trabajando en la forja. Vamos a decir que estuvimos... Vamos a decir que bailando. Bailando... Nah, estuve con Bianca.
I was with Bianca. We were, talking?
Talking, were you? That's what you call it, is it?
Así es como se dice
Stop
ahora.
it, Ma.
Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
¿Por qué me iban a interesar las espadas vacías? Eso de disparar con el arco. Estuve con Bianca otra vez. ¿Qué importancia tiene? Va a decir que nos estaba enseñando a disparar con el arco.
No. It's just... Matthias was teaching me archery.
Archery? Do you want to become a poacher? Have you any idea of the punishment for that? And where did you get a bow, anyway?
Oh, come on. I've no interest in poaching. It's just a bit of fun.
Christ, give me strength. Just don't do anything stupid. For the love of God. Promise.
I promise.
Ya verás tú. Mis amigos han estado aquí.
Did Matthew and Fritz come looking for me?
No, I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find. They'll be hanging around a tavern somewhere, as usual.
Oh, not this again. Leave it lie, Mother.
Tengo hambre.
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
Vale, está enfadado conmigo.
Is Father angry with me for sleeping late?
He's not happy. Yesterday you promised him you'd help finish that sword for Sir Radzig. He's not as young as he was. And you know how his joints pain him. He's too proud to complain. But he needs your help, Henry.
I know. Don't worry, Ma. Of course I'll help him.
Good. He always says his knees ache when there's a storm coming. I hope they're wrong this time. It's looking like such a nice day.
Ya verás tú cómo cambia. O sea, que necesitáis ayuda.
Do you need me to do anything, Ma?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine. It's your father needs helping with that sword.
Vale. Pues nada, vamos. Me va fatal dentro de la casa. Dentro de las casas, de las habitaciones y todo, me va fatal siempre. No sé por qué. Vale, tengo... hostia puta, espérate, que no tengo ni mapa ni tengo nada o qué. Wow. O sea, nada más que el icono de hambre. O sea, no tengo... Nada. LOL, esto es muy hardcore. A ver, es el modo extremo, sí, pero... Es que no se me quita el hambre. Oye. Voy a recoger la manzanita. Voy a recoger, me parece que otra manzanita. Y la tercera. ¿Puedo? Sí, puedo. ¿Cómo coge las cosas, no? Vamos a ver. O sea, está hecho un mierda. Llaves del baúl. Un llavero con todas las llaves de baúles que me encuentro. ¿What? Y un llavero con todas las llaves de puertas que me encuentro. ¿Lol? ¿Y esto? Ya me pasa el juego. ¿No está? A ver, con saciedad. Hostia, pues, tienes mucha hambre. Tienes mucha hambre. ¿Por qué tienes tanta hambre? Vamos a ver si por aquí puedo. La manzanita. ¿Esto qué es? Sopa de lenteja. Bueno, lenteja de toda la vida. Yay. Vamos a ver. Esto por aquí. Panecillo. Me recuerda más a una magdalena gorda. Ya está, no hay más cosas. No puedo coger eso. Va. Vamos a ver. Sopa de lenteja, a ver. Joder, pero tío, esto cuesta muchísimo. Vale, vamos a ver. Esto va a ser un pestiño seguro. A ver, misiones. Una visita inesperada con tu padre a las lecciones del griego. Pues vamos a comer papi. Hostia. Bueno. Oh. No me jodas. Hostia puta. Mientras me leo esto me voy a comer el donut. Vale, ya. O sea, he tardado justo lo, en lo que he tardado en... O sea, he tardado leyendo, he tardado lo mismo que en comerme todo. Eso para el que le interese. Es más jodido, es mucho más jodido, muchísimo, muchísimo más jodido. Buah. O sea, de primera guardar, bueno, guardar es que no... Es que así es como se guarda, se ha guardado siempre, me parece a mí. O sea, es que no hay un botón de guardar, o sea, el botón de guardar está disponible si tenías Snaps Redentor. O sea que... Snaps, sí, creo que se... Swaps, Snaps. Eso sí, tenía en el inventario el brebaje este, sí. Podía guardar, si no, no. Todos los niveles de salud y resistencia y todo eso. La verdad es que voy a intentar, yo que sé, siempre he intentado estar a full de vida, o sea que en cuanto me hagan una herida o sufra un daño o lo que sea, iré corriendo a que me curen o lo que sea. Mapa de navegación, bueno, lo del mapa de navegación un poquillo jodido, ¿no? O sea, la posición de Henry no se indica en el mapa. Tengo que saber yo dónde estoy en cada momento. Oye, perdona, ¿dónde estoy? Dinero y equipo, bueno, sí, el dinero y equipo va a estar bastante más jodido. O sea, yo en la otra partida, en verdad, no compraba nada. Todo lo saqueaba de bandidos y demás. Y lo del combate sí va a ser un poco bastante coñazo. Porque para que yo sincronice visualmente todos los movimientos que me vengan, para yo también sincronizar mis respuestas y todo. Y que no haya cursor en el combate. Va a estar complicado, va a estar muy complicado porque con el cursor me costaba, o sea que voy a intentar. Claro, yo es que nada más que miraba el cursor antes en el combate, solo el cursor, yo no miraba al otro, al que tenía enfrente o a los que tenía enfrente. Va a estar jodido. Hola Manu, madre, no tiene nombre, madre. Voy a lavarme un poco, no puedo, ¿vale? Estoy limpísimo. Rueda afilada, ¿dónde está? Vale, hostia, ni norte, ni sur, ni este, ni polla en vinagre.
Come here, I need your help.
¿Qué quiere usted, papi? Padre.
At least you're up, that's a start. Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzik, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure, I'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the cross guard for Sir Radzig's sword, which I had engraved in Sasel.
You want me to go and pick it up? All right. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now, work won't wait.
Oh, me encanta, tío. Además que el lenguaje me encanta, macho. Las expresiones y todo. Vale. Compra un saco. Vale. Lo primero. Necesito el dinero. Who are you? Lugareño. Vale. ¡Hostia! ¿No me marca nada? ¡Ostra! Vale, claro. Estoy aquí, se supone. Este es... Cobrar la deuda de Cune a la derecha. No, yo vengo de aquí, Vengo de aquí a la izquierda. Oh, esto va a ser infumable, es que no me marcan nada. Ha dicho que a no ser que los tenga muy cerca, espérate. Ah, mira, ya me parece. Vale. Eso ya es otra cosa. Vale. Un cabito. Vale, o sea, yo porque recuerdo que es el colega.
I'll be with you, Kunesh.
What do you want?
Me voy a por el dinero.
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
You know you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
Sí, qué guapo. Encima amenaza el hijo de la... La deuda han de saldarse. Paga, borracho.
Look, I know things aren't easy. Your wife ran off, booze is dear these days, and you're as much use as a square wheel. It's no wonder you're short of coin. But a debt's a debt, and I can't leave here without something.
You son of a whore. How dare you speak to me like that? Didn't your thieving father teach you any manners? No? Well, I'll teach
Ojo,
you then.
ojo, espérate, que quiere pelea. ¡Hostia! ¡Madre! Hostia, me...
Sod it! Way off.
Hostia, no le doy nada. Hostia, sale enganchado bien. Venga, vamos. Oh. Tío, acércate. Hostia, qué buen gancho le pega ahí. Otro directo. No, te cansa, te cansa. Hijo puta.
Yo.
Anda, apunta los puñetazos, Henry. No, pero si te he dado yo, cabrito.
Bloody hell.
Joder, yo creo que me lo esquiva todo. Venga, hombre, pero si me echa para atrás. Oh.
You had it coming, you pup. And your old man can fuck off too.
Qué cabrón. O sea, la misión entonces sería... Tienes que ir con el hacha, el martillo y los clavos de otra manera. Buah. ¿Por qué silbo? Hacha... Os dicho martillo y clavo. Aquí no hay nada. ¿No?
Mother of... What do you want here? Hop it or I'll call a guard.
Vale, voy a ir a... Yo qué sé. No sé dónde están las herramientas. No, me ha dejado hecho un Cristo. Hecho polvo. ¿Cómo? Bisec. Vamos a ir a por la mami. Mamá, que me han partido la boca. Mira, recogió los dientes para que me los vuelva a poner. Ah, ¿dónde está? Estaba por aquí, ¿no? A ver. Toc, toc. No está aquí. Ah, pero esta peña, ¿dónde duerme? ¿Aquí de verdad? ¿Lol? Sí, parece que sí. Parece que sí. En los banquitos. Ah, mira. ¿Esta será, no? Sí, ¿no? A ver.
Ma? Ma! I'm hurt. I won't stop bleeding.
Oh, now, stop squealing like a baby and show me that. There you are, good as new. You ought to learn to do that yourself.
Thanks, Ma.
Gracias, ma. Ah, ya está mejor, ¿no? Sí. Está mejor. Bueno, digo yo que sí, pero está a 72 de vida. Queda un poco, queda un poco. Bueno, pues si no puedo de esa manera, pues voy hacia... Ese le digo al padre que...
Yeah, about time. Have you got everything?
When I asked Kunish to pay, he fought me instead.
That bastard. You don't look too bad, though. Did you get the better of him?
I'm fine, but he didn't give me the money.
Ah, it doesn't matter. I'll sort him out this evening. I've no time for him now.
But without Kunish's money, I can't buy those other things you wanted.
Here's coin for the charcoal and the ale. I'll get it back from that mongrel this evening.
7 grossings. Y con eso me da para todo. Bueno. A ver, hemos perdido reputación con el padre. Lo cual obviamente no es bueno. Le voy a robar el dinero. Hostia, tío, es que está la pantalla limpísima. A excepción de la brújula. No puedo guardar el martillo, tío. Lo tendrá metido en el culo. Oh, no, lo puede tener encima, claro. Lo puede tener encima. Ah, ahora sí te alaba. ¿Dónde puede tener el martillo, tío? La hacha tenía ahí. El martillo. ¿Dónde puede andar? O sea, esto ya no son las tablas. Y el pavo parece que está dentro. ¿Verdad? ¿O se ha ido? ¿O se ha ido? Ah, no te avanzúa. Ah. Cago en su padre. Te puede tener las cosas.
Hey, who's there?
Oh, que me dan las cosas.
One beating wasn't...
But you still owe my father.
You'll get nothing from me. Tell that... I'm telling you, lay one finger on me and I'll have you thrown in jail.
Madre de mi vida. Onda. Oye, ¿armas? No, no tengo. El hacha, pero claro, el hacha de Kunes no, del padre. Que no sé cómo se llama. Ni la madre, ahora que lo pienso. Bueno, carbonero.
Good day.
Negocio. ¿Cuánta unidad dijo que necesitaba? Espérate. ¿Cuánta? Ah. Saco de carbón del mercado. Ah, 10. 10. A ver, no le puedo vender nada. Bueno, el hacha. Así pago menos. Voy a regatear un poquillo.
Let's talk about the price.
Naturally.
Siempre hay que regatear, aunque sea un
We
poco.
agreed?
I'd almost shake on that. Almost.
Vale.
Aye, that would do it.
Madre mía, no me he movido, pero vale. Vale, eso ya está por ahí. Esto es de la clase de grima.
Do you want to learn something?
No. I don't think so.
¿Qué más necesitaba? Los fabrican en el castillo. Pero cerveza, vale, pues cerveza. ¡Op! Pues no sé si es rolear el personaje o actuar según lo haría yo. Yo creo que vamos a intentar hacer.
Insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
LOL.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tatars and besiege Gutenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts. Traitors.
Now even the Pope
God be with you,
is
Henry.
opposed to your king.
I'm with you,
So
Matthew.
are such lords
What's
as
going on here?
Rosenberg,
Deutsch is spouting shit.
What?
and
Just
Wilhelm
listen and you'll
are
hear
on
for yourself.
Sigismund's side. Someone has to bring order and reunite the empire.
Oh,
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
No, it's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Radzig is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your Diet will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
and don't forget about Gutenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
Deutsch is an idiot. But what can you do?
I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
Too right, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory?
Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some turds will do.
What do you say, Henry?
But I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king.
So, how? Are you with us?
Parece que no. Vamos a hacer las cositas que nos ha encomendado.
Not that I don't want to teach the Deutsch a lesson, but I really don't have time.
Well, that's disappointing. Still, we can manage without you. Let's go, lads.
Honestly, Hal, how could you possibly chance like this?
Pues eso. El cisma de Oriente, buen cisma fue ese. Hombre, Bianca.
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
Cerveza.
Just ale.
What else could I expect from a village lout?
Mama.
What will it be then? Ragamuffin?
Oh.
I need ale for father.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course. Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Oh.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
I can't wait.
Thanks. You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
You too. Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Vanya?
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father. I'll be going now. See you this evening.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
Is that so? Now what would that be?
Your favorite, Savior Schnapps.
Really? You're an angel.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Bueno, ahí tenemos que se aprendió esto, lo otro, no sé qué. Eso es el contexto histórico, con los personajes históricos y demás. Vamos a ver qué más necesitamos. Los gavilanes, vale, los gavilanes. Primero los gavilanes y después ya la esgrima lo último. La esgrima lo último. ¿Sé que es la madre? Sí. Estamos separados, tío. Estamos dentro del fuerte este. O sea, es que tiene dos murallas. Tiene, a ver. Sí. Tiene esta. Y esta. Qué guay, tío. Bueno, y todo esto es el mundo. Que es... es grandecito, es grandecito. Se hace grande en verdad. Y más ahora, bueno, y más ahora que voy a tener que recorrer la pata. Ostras, qué pereza. A ver, en el castillo nos ha dicho. Ojo. Que me veo los pies, nene. Me veo los pies, vámonos. Y la sombra, y la sombra. Cuidado, que esos otros juegos que tengo no... ni se huele. Janek Yaroslav. Yaroslav me gusta más. Yaroslav. Tripalowski.
I'm with you, Henry.
How are you?
Ah, los conoce. Ah, se conoce. Bueno, claro, sí, viviendo a 2 pasos de aquí. Estaba acusando a Reina... No, hombre, he venido por los gavilanes.
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzig, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and grip. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
Venga, guarnición de la ciudad. O sea, creo que luego, cuando me aburra mucho, me leeré todo. Lo del apéndice. Y ahora la lección de grima. Que eso está en... aquí. Aquí, que es saliendo a la derecha. Al lado del cepo este. Que creo que era este, sí, es el único con espada. Baniak.
Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
That was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when a son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. The world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Vámonos.
Yes.
Alright, I'll wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
Venga, caballito. Caballitos. Voy a subir un poquito el micrófono. ¿Está suelto? Bueno. Abejita. Vejeje. Correr. Correr. Tengo entendido que si hago esto muchas veces me sube la vitalidad, creo que era. O la agilidad, creo que también. ¿Y si lo hago corriendo? Nada, igual. No tarda menos. Creía que saltaría o algo. Bueno. Chupando humo, ¿no? Madre mía, y me quejo del siglo XXI, madre mía. Bueno, que... Ah, míralo. Ah, que no se mete nada. Vale, vale.
So, can we get started?
Podemos.
We can.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so
Pues
far.
acabo de empezar a jugar, hijo puta. Suerte que me sé algunas cosillas.
Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it.
Buah, chaval, que no haya cruceta. A ver, pero fíjate, a ver. ¿Cómo te puedes desplazar? Puedes desarmar. Esto no lo sabía yo.
Alright. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself. Good. Once again. Fine. Not bad. Nice. All right. The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times. Good. Very good. Very good. Good. Let's try something else. One strike I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another.
Vale.
Good. Once again. Good. Fine.
¿Ya está? Vaya porquería.
I don't know about you, but I'm tired and thirsty. Remember though, train hard. No one becomes a master swordsman overnight. You have to work and work. And the main thing is to use what you've learned in real combat. There's nothing better than experience, believe me.
Bueno. Vale, creo que ya. Vamos a volver con el padre. A ver. Si quiero avanzar en el tiempo no me deja, vale. Suspicious. Father.
Yeah, about time. Have you got everything I wanted?
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done.
Pero el dinero no te...
Right. Let's see what kind of job the master and Sasau did for us. Look at that, lad. Well, that's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. Have you got the charcoal? Good. And fire up the forge. We'll put it all together.
Ya está prendida. Esto ahí se alcanzaba una temperatura.
By the way, I heard some gossip about what happened to the Deutsch. I expect you know something about it.
Maybe.
Maybe? Someone threw dung at Deutsch's freshly lime-washed house, maybe? And maybe those cronies of yours had something to do with it?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Got what he deserved, did he? Look, I don't know if you're mixed up in this or if it's just those friends of yours. It's all the same to me. But I have a trade to run. The German pays well. And having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. You understand? Yes. Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
So you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of the king?
Does that boy ever listen to a word I say? So Deutsch spouts rubbish, so what? You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth, not your fists.
That's true.
Furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing. Do it.
Hay que tener huevos para poner ahí
Good.
la mano.
Once more.
Hay que tener huevos para poner ahí la mano, tío.
That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
Joder, qué rápido se enfrió eso.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague, and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
You think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
Perfecto. Y el pomito.
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
De la casa de estar. Espérate, ¿que es que tienen otra casa o qué? Ay, vamos a ver. Vamos a ver. Hola. A ver, vamos a ver. Es que la saludo porque sé lo que pasa con ella, más o menos. El baúl. Coño. Quita. A ver, en el baúl. Creo que este sí. Creo que es el único que. Clavos de Teresa. Oh, hay un montón de cosas más. Me las quedo. Como buen jugador de RPG.
What are you loitering around here for?
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
Madre mía, tiene novia.
Fine lass, eh? Now stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire.
A ver si corta bien. A ver si sirve. Toma. Bueno.
We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a commoner?
Let him try it.
Pesa mucho. Le pesa mucho.
You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us.
Desde luego.
I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
They certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sure.
Ah, Martin se llama. Vale, Martin, es verdad, es verdad.
It's been an honor, says Svan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzik. Thank you for the hospitality.
Bueno.
A long, peculiar history.
That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it like Sir Radzik said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them?
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
A messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
Bueno. Ejército. Creo que está lloviendo flechas moverse.
Listen to me now. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
What about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzik. If anything happens, he'll take care of it. He owes me.
Que se lo debe. Dice.
Quickly! We have to close the gates!
Move! Come on, we're closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out of
on!
time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to shut the gates!
Keep running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back!
Get through the gates!
Joder, macho. En 2 segundos. Jojos. Madre mía, eso es ser un salvaje. En fin. Puto calvo.
Come on, Hal! You can still make it! Run! Find a horse! Ride to Talmberg! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moat! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
Bueno, ahora parece que va a poder huir. Y ahora hay que llegar a Talmberg, como coño sea. Yo sé, es que en este juego me cuesta pronunciar los nombres propios, tío. Correr. Me ha parecido ver. ¡Sí! 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 ¡Out! 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 Ah, mira, tengo una espada. ¡Out! ¡Out! Vamos a correr. Me ha dicho que siga el caminito por aquí, imagino. Sí, vamos a ver. Talmberg. No te canses. Creo que es por aquí. Sí, el juego es bonito. A ver, no me siguen, ¿no? Bueno, yo tengo armadura pesada, yo tengo nada. Hostia.
Go to hell, you tatar beast!
Oh, fuck, 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 fuck. Corre, 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 corre. Vale, pongo el piloto automático. Hostia, que me siguen. Hostia, que me siguen. Hostias, que me siguen, loco. Ah, lol. Vale, ok. Madre de mi vida. Es que hay que ser... O sea, para enfrentarse. Eso duele, ¿eh? Eso duele más que una vacuna. Dolorcito. Y encima, como tenga forma de V, no tiene jodido para sacarla. Tendrá que sacarla por otro lado. O sea, que atraviese del todo. Uf. Claro, porque con las técnicas de medicina que había en aquella época. ¡Corre, coño, corre! ¡Hostia, hostia! ¡Corre, cobrón, corre! ¿No? Como me dio un flechazo. Me apaña bien. Ronda, bueno. Corre, perra, corre.
Left. Hamburg is to the left, along the stream.
Yo creo que es por aquí, no sé. Yo diría que es por aquí. Sí, a la izquierda, por la izquierda. Sí, yo no sé si el caballo se cansa. Imagino que me avisará, ¿no? Nah, eso ya no me pillan, ¿no? Bueno, como pare un poco, tío, que sí me pillan, sí me pillan. Vamos a decir, te entra hambre, tío. Pues si estás comiendo antes tras comida. El equivalente a tras comida. Hostia, corre, Forest.
Keep us up, lad.
Run for it.
Ya se empieza la cosa.
Warn the others. They've torched Skalitz.
Corre. Este puente ya me suena. Estamos medianamente cerca. Corre, 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 corre.
Flee!
O sea, ¿sabes montar el caballo siendo hijo de herrero? Joder. Oh, no, pero no me dejan, ¿eh? Esta peña no me deja. Hostia, que está entrando hambre, ¿eh? Hostia, 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 cómo le entra hambre, Dios. Oh. Ya hemos llegado. Y con la flecha ahí.
Oh my God! Wait! Jesus Christ!
Help! Skalitz has been attacked! Do something! Help!
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
Hanyo! Hosungine!
Oh, qué nervios.
Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Al suelo, ¿no? Porque...
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you, and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours. Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that hair out.
Oh. No era con forma de V. Bueno,
easy.
No.
All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. You only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Yeah. Como nuevo, dice cabrón.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage?
Oh, perretes.
Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground, but a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
No. Y son todos abueletes ellos. Madre mía. Bueno, más experiencia tendrán, supongo. Cabalgar hasta Talmberg. Hablar con Sir Robard. Es que los nombres, loco, es que los nombres me traen... O sea, Henry creo que es el más sencillo. Bueno, resumen: hogar quemado, familia asesinada, vida hecha pisco. Va fatal el juego en interiores. O sea, si sale al exterior va medio que. Bueno, aquí me va bastante bien. Que tengo que hablar con este hombre. Sí, Robard.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
Venga, pues porque necesita comer y
I
dormir.
heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the countryside to make horseshoes.
Sí.
I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons.
Porque perdió reputación, tío. ¿Qué cojones? No, esta partida va a ser mucho más complicada que la otra. O sea, la otra era normal y aún así me costaba un poco. Ya aquí ni te digo. Hombre.
Ah, milady. You're fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bozhena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the outer bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
El toque de atención.
When
que
you've
necesito.
done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Yo, la primera vez que jugué, lo tomé de manera literal, lo de quitarse las botas antes de meterse en la cama.
Oh, God. Eat. Food.
Pues sí, se muere. Se muere. Vamos a comer ya, vamos a comer porque puedo adelantar. No es suficiente ni de coña. Bueno, pero al final es que elegí lo de la tenia. Coger queso manchego. Encima se muere de sueño. ¡70, tío! Llego a 70. ¿Oh? ¿Que se muere? ¿Que se muere de sueño? Vamos a comer. Diálogo 0, carisma 5. Madre de mi vida, pues sí que penaliza. Pues sí que penaliza. Ya creo que me he pasado, puede ser. No. Vale, se ha quedado 81. 80. O sea, es que necesitas aquí. Voy a coger algunas viandas para el camino porque no, se nos muere. O sea, yo al 100% va a ser imposible. Yo que se me cae de sueño. Suerte que sé dónde está. Aquí. Siéntate, anda. Y dormir. Venga, ya vamos a seguir en otro momento porque vale, a las 7 de la mañana, 12 horas. Yo creo que con eso creo que irá bien, ¿no? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Y ahora qué pasa, tío? ¿Qué? Le puse de pesadilla, ¿no? O algo de eso, creo que fue. Quizás por eso está dando ahora lo que pasa.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Pues así como va a dormir, pobre muchacho, con las voces.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion.
The fuck?
I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry,
Vamos a ver.
I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Madre mía, está un poco buitre, ¿no? Venga, vamos.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
Hostias, hostias.
I went to the tavern to buy ale for Father. I know it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind, because my girl Bianca worked there. I courted her a while and we agreed to meet in the evening, but our meeting was never to happen.
Oh, dear boy.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it. He praised Father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
And then death descended on Skalitz. The gate to the castle was open. The bells and horns sounded the alarm, and the villagers ran to the castle to take cover. They were carrying the few possessions they could grab in haste, and I saw the terror in their eyes.
I can't even imagine how awful it must have been.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I wasn't safe yet. The Cumans were going from house to house below the castle, looting and then torching them. They encircled the castle, and it was clear they could spot me at any moment.
May God punish them.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
It's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors we went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years.
Yeah.
That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and
Cuidado, ¿eh?
beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Uy.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Bueno. Las cae bien a la señora, parece. Qué bien todo. Uy, eso ya no es tan bien. Eso ya no.
Move in, people! Come on, running out of time! Quickly! We have to close the gates! You can't go back!
La pesadilla. No seas cobarde, pobrecito. Buah, va a estar muy complicado lo del combate en este juego. Estoy pensando.
Wake up! You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Deja la pelea encendida con 2 huevos. Que se me queme la cabaña de madera. Ah, eso no me pego, más calentito estaré. La mujer en la edad media. Ah, claro, por la señora. Tenía que llover. Vamos a ver, ahora al menos. Anda, mira, me han cerrado la puerta.
Sigismund's hired himself a mob of hot mercenaries.
¿Qué por aquí?
They don't know this country like we do.
Hablar con el Capitán Robor.
You might be right.
¿Dónde está el Capitán Robor? ¿Qué abajo?
Listen up! If it's Sigismund and his army, prepare for the worst. But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
Mentira. Hola. Va fatal el juego con tanta gente y lloviendo. ¿Qué está pasando?
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries.
Claro.
An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
God be with you.
Halt! Who goes there? Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robert?
Sir Radzig, what a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir, he is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
Sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I see you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Che città, cosa sta marcando dietro? Che città. En fin, la hipotenusa. Hablar con Sir Robar.
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrols. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled, and report everything to me at once. Understood?
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch at the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later. Farewell.
Bueno, puedo hacer patrullita. ¿Tengo antorcha? No. No tengo antorcha. Sirrásico Viló. Pues está bien. No es la mejor que he visto, pero está bien. 2 de impacto. 45 y 45, bueno. Pato asado. Cuánta hambre. Joder, colega. Ojo, ojo, el pato asado es bueno. No tengo antorcha. ¿Cómo se ve por aquí, tío? Así que no se ve. Si yo quiero ver abajo, mirar abajo. No se ve. Sí, que ya la brújula en verdad la veo un poco tontería, pero te voy a ver si puedo. En configuración. Gráfico. No, textura vamos a ponerlo alto. No, no, en verdad no, vale, no, no. Super. Que no, pero que le he dado. Ah, por saco. No. Lo de la brújula. Bueno, ya lo miraré en otro momento. Vamos a dar así un poco. Oh, no hay nadie. Que yo crea. What? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Fantasmas. Hola. Oh, ¿y esto qué es? ¿Qué puedo estar? No, no puedo. Este es el mecanismo de la puerta, por lo que parece.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
Vale, bueno. Espera hasta la mañana. ¿Y cuando duermo, tío? Ah, bueno, queda poco más de 2 horas. 2 horas, quedan 2 horas. Buah, chaval. Qué barbaridad. Otra cosa, tengo todos los DLC. Así que esto puede ser una partida larga y bastante graciosa. Ese icono es del panadero. Pues, bueno, ni de coña veo aquí nada. Ah, no, espera, eso es... Ah, no, hijo de puta, claro. Sí, es el del panadero. Verdad que ahora no me dice, oye, estás aquí. Esto va a estar muy jodido. Me voy a tener que aprender todos los caminos. Y encima sin saber norte, sur, este, oeste. Oega, guata pereza. Guata pereza. Hola. Se la empaliza. Claro, yo me metí ahí arriba. El de la guardia. Bueno, ¿para qué andamio?
God be with you.
¿Qué pasa?
What do you think about that surprise during the night?
I was surprised, all right. I'm glad them people were saved, though. I'm just as glad it weren't Sigismund. For sure he'll come here in the end, too. But now at least we've got time to get ready for him.
Maybe he'll leave Talmberg be.
Maybe, maybe not. Could be he was only out to get Sir Radzig, because he's Wenceslas's hetman. And Skalitz is a rich town, so there was plenty of loot for the taking. 2 birds with 1 stone. So he might be satisfied and leave us alone.
Reckon we'll see soon enough, one way or the other.
By the way, Henry. It is Henry, ain't it? I was sorry to hear about your parents. They've gone on to better things.
Pues gracias, señor soldado. Guardia, señora guardia. Oh, vale, de aquí se ve mucho mejor que de aquí.
Let's go! Let's go! Move it! Quick! Go! Go!
¿Qué cojones pasa?
Let's go! Let's go! Move it! Quick! Go! Go! Let's go! Let's go! Move it!
Eso es un cuerno. Tío, ¿cuándo se va a acabar esto? Que quiero guardar y estar tranquilito. O sea, el primer día del juego está siendo intenso.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robar. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. You may be in for a surprise. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Skalitz and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. You don't want to end up like them.
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Radzig Kobyla, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzig of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzig is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king's end that Sir Radzig Kobyla is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzig Kobyla is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this.
when there's little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Es alemán. Es alemán. Y es el asesino de los papis de Henry. Habrá paz.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Bueno, no he puesto la armadura para nada. O sea, digo lo demás. Porque el pobre Henry no tiene ni una placa para el pecho. Ir a las almenas del patio de armas, ir a la almena del patio de armas. Entrar a tu... Hostia, hablas con si roba ya por vuestro caballo en el estado. Va a estar complicado. Y yo, tío, me quiero dormir. Quiero guardar la partida si puede ser. ¡Hala, el viejo! Vale, saciedad 93%. Arena de combate. Ah, lo... En verdad, el pavo tiene un pedazo de espada. Ahí... Parece poca cosa, pero voy a guardar. Voy a dormir una horita y voy a apagar. Porque ya llevo un ratillo bastante interesante. Pero ¿por qué no te vas directamente a dormir, padre? Una orilla. Guardar la partida. A ver si me sale el mensajito de partida guardada. Bien, pues ya está. Adiós.